Buzzy, what day is it? What day is it on the insanity calendar? It's World Dragon Day, January 16th. Usually I just show some safari dragons, but wouldn't you know it, I found a Liberty Dragon. This is Liberty and Sanity 155. We're going to talk about the art of Stanley Morrison. In his series called Drinks and Dragons. This is the Manhattan. And then if time permits, we'll talk about this other series from 2003 called Land of Dragons. Stanley Morrison is a world-class fantasy artist. He does these incredible prints. I think the reason I didn't do this last year is because I thought surely by next year I'll be able to get the print of his Manhattan Liberty Dragon. Oh, it's like $25 or something. He did a series of prints, Dragons of the Alphabet. He did a series that was fruits and vegetables. I think they're called Garden Dragons. And then the Drinks and Dragons series of prints you can get from him. I think there's 30. And then Pacific Giftware, which I think is also Ebros. I think they're the exact same company. You let me know. They did figurines of what I could find 18 of his Drinks and Dragons. And I'd like to shout out each one, but let me tell you what I think of this first. This, you can get on eBay and Amazon for $45. I'm sure you can go directly to Pacific Giftware. Also, that is a fragile resin piece. I think I'm probably going to build a shadow box just for this one. I'd love to be able to put Stanley Morrison's print next to it. Love it. I actually love it. I love the face. The painting is a little lacking. I'm trying to spot any chips or imperfections, like that little bubble. I love it, the liquid looking resin. I think his nostril is not supposed to be filled in like that. Her nostril. Let's call it a her, since it's based on Lady Liberty there in New York and the Manhattan drink. The Manhattan drink goes back to the 1870s. It, of course, is from the Manhattan Club. It was created at the Manhattan Club in Manhattan, New York City. And yeah, cats are going to want to break that. And a Manhattan is vermouth, bitters, and whiskey, I think. I know it's whiskey based. So the incredible thing about drinking culture, I was hearing how people just don't drink anymore. Young people, it's not what it was 20, 30 years ago. The drinking culture is dying, which is interesting. But what I find most interesting about the drinking culture, the bar and club scene and all that. Oh, look at the way it fits right there in the thumbnail. I've always found it interesting how every drink has its own, glassware. You cannot convince me these beverages taste different in different cups. But that allowed for this interesting series of prints and figures by Stanley Morrison, because each dragon Its look borrows from the culture it represents, and it's in the cup you would serve that drink from. For example, the margarita. We all know a margarita glass looks almost like this, but it's like more triangular looking. So give me one margarita, and that dragon looks in the face and the coloration and everything. It looks kind of like a macaw, does it not? If you're going to drink vodka, you need a different type of glass, a straight vodka. And that dragon looks like a moose. Don't it look like a moose? Of course it looks like a moose. It's got moose antlers. Here's rum. I think rum kind of looks like a phoenix or something. I don't know. There's rum for you. Whiskey. Let's have some straight up whiskey in the whiskey dragon. And then, could you imagine there's red wine? Red wine deserves its own type of glass and its own Stanley Morrison dragon. Hashtag not sponsored. And then white wine. White wine's going to have a totally different glass. Totally different dragon. Martini. Isn't that a good looking martini? You got these fancy drinks. The martini. How about there's a martini? And there's a Mai Tai. There's a mojito. And, there's a daiquiri. Hopefully you had time to see all those images that I took the time to screenshot. Not sponsored. Now, there's a dark beer, and then there's like a pale ale. Different dragons, different glassware. Then there's moonshine. Very interesting. Now, there's something called an old-fashioned looking, steampunk-looking dragon. And then there's even mead. If you're in Asgard or Hogwarts or something, you're going to be drinking the butterbeer mead, right? And then, for us non-alcoholics, I even did coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. Wow. I think that's all. I think that is 18, and I think 18 is all. Now, let's talk about these real quick. These are from 2003. The company is called the Tudor Mint. Tudor. Like Tudor's Biscuit World. Tudor Mint. And I see most people trying to sell these on eBay are from England or Australia, so I don't know if these had a big presence in the United States. Land of the Dragons. I found at a thrift store 3 of the Sunshine Dragons. So this is number 39 in the series called Sun Trap. There seems to be... The highest number I found on eBay was 58. That's a fire dragon. But there seems to be 12 just sun dragons. There's ice dragons and like emerald dragons and stuff. But the sun dragons, I found 3 at a thrift store. I paid like $1 a piece. So 39 is Sun Trap. Okay, Thirst Trap, Sun Trap. And then I also have 44 Sun Seeker. You can see he's off exploring, looking for the lost sun. And I have 40 Sun Kissed. So I thought those would be just fun to include. I have found examples on eBay of a couple more. 39 Sun Trap I was wondering how they would look around this thing. Pretty cool. 40 is Sun Kissed. I have 39 and 40. 41 is called Phew, It's Hot. 42 I can't find an image of. 43 is called Sunshade. 44, I can't find an image of. These are from 2003. Feel old yet? 45 is called Sun Screen. 46, I can't find. 47 is called the Sun Whisperer. Sun Whisperer, right there. 48 is called Sun Dance. 49, Sunset. 50, Sunbeam. That would make 12 of these little guys just in the Sunshine Dragon faction. Wow, 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 wow. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you thumbed it up. Liberty, Insanity, 155. Because I love liberty. Okay, I love liberty, the Statue of Liberty, and all it represents. So I had to get it. Had to get it. Love it. Love it. Goodbye.